let me introduce you today to someone who is connected to spirituality, someone who has been connected to healing and lot of many other portable areas. Today, I have the pleasure to interview in our studio none other than Acharya Subbu Krish. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Acharya 90 FM.
Very good afternoon, Rahul, and it has been a great pleasure and great honor to have you met.
Subbu, sir, let us know your journey, how the journey has been from, say, a pharma industry to someone getting to an Acharya's position in spirituality and that too into healing.
Basically, after spending almost 38 years into the corporate industry and then almost 19 years into pharma and almost 15-16 years into the logistics, and that too working on an international domestic segment, it has been a tough life. And moreover, the struggle was pretty hard because after coming back with a huge baggage of experience and skills and talents, our Indian corporates totally rejected my profile when I came back from abroad in 2016-17. I was seriously looking out for some corporate job, but then the HR had their own mindset of experienced and seasoned baggage and age factor and all those things. So that is the reason, since my eldest uncle was a very good astrologer and he used to get all those astrological magazines and all. So when I stayed with my cousins during my school days and all, we used to get time and go through those astrological magazines. So those days itself are fundas on the planetary movements, on the nakshatras and the zodiac signs. The fundas were very clear. So the 27 nakshatras, the 12 zodiac signs, and the Rahu, Ketu, Shani and all those aspects which we were quite familiar with. We got accustomed to our uncle's suggestions and advices. So it immediately came to my mind when I came back abroad in 2017 when I came back to India. I said, why not get into occult science? And then I immediately took over through a friend of mine who connected with one of the graphologists in Mumbai. And the first course in occult science was graphology, where I did my handwriting and signature analysis. And to my surprise, when people knew that when I got into occult science, a lot of my ex-bosses, ex-colleagues and all, they started getting in touch with me. So most of the places where they came to know that the handwriting and signature analysis plays an important role in your career, it became a highlight factor. And when I used to report to my bosses, they used to tell me that we were behind y'all, now you are behind us. So I said it is not that way around, it is just an analytical thing which we are doing it. And I try to help the masses wherever, whatever I have learned. I'm trying to put it across to that people get into the corrective mode and people have that positive vibe to get enrolled into the interest of your signature and handwriting analysis. That is how I put it across. And then I picked up slowly various subjects. I picked up Vedic astrology. Then I went into KP. Then it was almost every day onto Zoom, almost 8 to 9 hours of classes every day. And it was pretty hectic, which took me almost 2.5 years of studying all the entire occult science. And to my blessings, universe mercy, I had very good mentors, very good gurus who were really supportive and who really guided me the correct path. And that is how I went into it and picked up my things. But when I came back again into the corporate world of 2021, when I joined a logistics company in Mumbai, they had their own hiccups and they had their own problems. And when I took over the operations part of it, the company was absolutely into a doldrum because the pandemic had hit them very badly and the market outstanding was also pretty bad. So within a span of almost 9-10 months, I brought the company to a position where their recovery became to a standstill. And they were on a platform where they really took off on a positive note. Because I used my energy, I used my vibrations, I used my intuitions, etc., etc. But then finally I said I'm wasting my entire flow of energy into the corporate segment. So I said, let me give a handshake once and for all and then create my own platform. So that is how I created Padmavati International and Spiritual in 2021. And I did my first retreat in Mumbai on June 19th and 20th, 2022, where across the country, around about 225 eminent personalities with some political people attended that retreat. And it became a branded image into the market. And a lot of people started talking about the company, and I had a lot of hands coming in. But of course, I didn't consider the negative flow of the aspects into it, because I always feel when somebody is talking about a person's negative aspect, their stories are more interesting than the person about whom they are talking. So that is how I took that flow and focused on to the aspects.